An innovative program at a Broward middle school is working miracles with former problem students, transforming them into academic whiz kids. It's called the Model School Adjustment Program.
Just, like sort of made it into a game. I made it fun to do it. Just got interested and started doing the work.
An Armenian painter returns to South Florida with a powerful artistic statement about genocide, human rights, and cultural survival. But Levon Jamgochian's exhibit also includes works of more romantic themes as it explores the artist's own world of personal discovery. In a Broward close-up interview, North Lauderdale Mayor John Hart surveys Broward's transportation problems, and in particular, what ails the new Sawgrass Expressway. And Close-Up Arts reporter Bill Cosford introduces us to a grandmother who'd rather spend her free hours behind a nightclub piano than in a rocking chair. Meet the jazz granny of the Anna Capri. These stories and more next on Broward Close-Up.
Hello again. I'm Barbara Marshall.
And I'm Jack Curtis. Welcome again to Broward Close-Up.
Elementary school.
Levon Jamgochian is an artist who, as an Armenian immigrant, spent part of his first years in the U.S. as a resident of South Florida. Now he's back with what he considers as the most important collection of his 22-year career. The exhibit, called Odyssey 1979-87, now on display at the Broward Main Library, is a collection of oil paintings, watercolors, drawings, and mixed media prints that evoke powerful themes of genocide, cultural survival, faith, and the struggle for human dignity. In Levon Jamgochian's mythic, colorful, sometimes murky visions, birds have a special allegorical role, often embodying human motives or attributes, other times hovering or perched as mute witnesses. Reminiscent of a Hitchcock movie, they can intrude into a resting sunbather's afternoon or turn violently on one another.
The birds change they take a role in my work. Instead of using human figures, I use birds pecking each other, or a baby bird is being, fed by a mother bird, or they're maybe beak to beak, or maybe one of them is flying on this body, is wearing a bikini and trying to, take off the bikini. So basically the birds really change their role, and I use as a human being deep down.
The works in Jamgochian's Odyssey exhibit represent a voyage of personal discovery as well as a universal plea for human rights and justice. It was the 42-year-old artist's 1979 visit to the land of his Armenian forebears that awakened a powerful urge to celebrate the determination of a people to surmount a catastrophe not unlike that suffered by the Jews of Europe 30 years later.
We do have, from that point of view, the Armenians and the Jews have quite in common. In fact, when Hitler, went ahead with the Holocaust, said, after all, who remembers the Armenians? Made a reference. This is a historical fact.
But Levon stresses his art is not purely political or historical. Though the symbolic Mount Ararat appears in many of his works, others recall lazy days in the Catskills or romantic afternoons on a Maryland beach. With a dash of eccentricity, American Indian teepees sprout on an Armenian horizon.
I try to go beyond the visible. My messages are quite clear, sometimes hidden. I let the public, find, discover, and come up even with their own, interpretation. And that's the beauty of art.
Some pieces reflect deeply personal experience. An oil painting of the death of a beloved aunt contains locks of the deceased woman's hair and a portion of the sheet on the deathbed itself. The child of parents who were orphaned during the Turkish massacres of Armenians in 1915, Levon grew up in the Middle East and studied art in Italy before immigrating to the U.S. His Unity is Strength series celebrates the gem of freedom over a New York skyline.
There is a very deep message tying to all cultural backgrounds. The black and the white, the Jewish, the Armenian, doesn't matter. there should not be any separation within cultures. And no matter what backgrounds we come from, we are people, and there should be love, and there should be understanding one another.